Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, all eyes on the job report. The latest hope that we may have turned the corner in the fight against inflation. Are the worst of rising prices behind us with the holidays just around the corner? And gas prices plummeting. What's behind the drop and how low can they go? We're going to break all that down. And an ABC News exclusive with the man who went overboard on a cruise ship, who says he treaded water for about 20 hours until he was rescued. He tells his harrowing story for the first time. I tried it for 20 minutes this summer. It wasn't good. We're in the holiday spirit, too, this morning with the latest Christmas tree trends, great matching PJs for the family, and some of the hottest new toys. You don't want to miss it on GMA.
Ahead in the next hour, GMSA, the Spurs back in action tonight. We'll take a look at their chances of breaking their 9-game losing streak. Plus, San Antonio firefighters tackle an apartment fire early this morning. How cigarettes caused one home to go up in smoke. And checking TransGuide, fog, mist, and rain right now. It could be an ugly combination for Friday morning commuters. A lot of folks already hitting the roads there at 90 and Loop 410. We'll talk to Steven coming up.
A scary scene this morning as crews respond to an apartment fire overnight on the northeast side of town. We're going to tell you if anyone was hurt.
It is game day SA. The UTSA Roadrunners set to host North Texas in the conference championship game at the Alamo Dome. We'll get you ready for the big game and tell you what you need to know before you head down to the Dome.
And it's 53 degrees right now, but all that mist makes it a little colder. Will seem a little colder when you step outside.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And good morning to you. Hope you've had a good week. It's Friday, December 2nd.
Yeah, officially December, officially Friday. Happy Friday. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I don't know, I'll usually flip back and forth for like cold coffee, hot coffee. I guess you have your option this morning. It's a little warmer, but still kind of icky out there.
Hot coffee, yeah. And if you've waited to do your outdoor Christmas decorations, what is our best day this weekend, Mike?
I will say Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, because tomorrow we're going to have a couple little sprinkles as the front moves on through here. So the grass still may be wet, and then also temperatures will be dropping later on in the day, a bit of a breeze. So probably Sunday.
Are you free Sunday? I know you have a bunch of great ladders.
I'm slopping the hogs, doing all that stuff. Sorry, I was just looking at my watch.
You're
sorry.
booked.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow, ask me. So we've got a lot of fog out there by the airport. As you can see, it's just definitely, and they finally updated the visibility. It is down to 1.5 miles now out there at the airport. Half-mile Randolph, 1.75 miles New Braunfels, Kerrville. Everybody has fog this morning. So just take it easy no matter where you are heading and run into that, as well as mist and drizzle. And the only thing that's really showing up on radar, these few little light showers off to the east, just these streamer showers as the moisture continues to get pumped on in here. They really began yesterday because the humidity started to come back in a lot sooner than expected, why we had that mist and drizzle yesterday. And even though there's nothing showing up on radar, obviously it is out there. And that damp chill that just sneaks down the back of your neck. We're at 53 right now. Everybody's in the low 50s, really consistent temperatures as of right now. And they're not going to be moving throughout the course of the morning just because of the cloud cover, all the high humidity, all the moisture out there. Mold on the low side. The updated count comes out in about an hour and a half. And like I said, temperatures really won't move, a degree or two maybe. And then we will see a little bit of sunshine later on today. 65 at noon. We'll have the mist and drizzle hanging around here this morning. And we'll be topping off today at 70. So just about 2-3 degrees above normal. Again, a little bit of sunshine, not a heck of a lot more further on out to the west, a lot more clouds off to the east. We'll talk about that front, the timing on that tomorrow, what that's going to do to temperatures in the afternoon. And again, Mark's put up the outdoor decorations weather on Sunday. Traffic Authority.
Mine too. Yeah, you can't leave me out of that. Also, I have.
Why don't you two get together and you do your house and then the other house?
We're going to need your help.
You two get together.
By our houses.
And.
But I do have a question about those solar panel lights with the solar panels on them that are powered through the sun. Maybe Sunday would be a better day. Yeah, so anyways, we'll wait till I do that on Sunday. But right now, we got to get through Friday. And Friday, so listen, we're getting closer to the weekend, but we do have some issues out there in terms of the roadways. They are damp. We are seeing some mist out there, and some of those droplets that we're picking up on these TransGuide cameras. It is an icky morning out there, so just give yourself plenty of time before you get out on the roadways because there's no issues to report. And that is nice. We can breathe a sigh of relief there. But as I mentioned, you do want to give yourself that time before the morning does get get going here. 37 north, if you're traveling into San Antonio, it's a 28-minute drive time to the Alamo City, so pleasant drive from Pleasanton. Right now, Highway 90, it's about 30 minutes if you're traveling in those eastbound lanes from Castroville. And your arrival from Lytle should be about 17 minutes, so I wouldn't say it's too bad at this point. But we get it back here on TransGuide. There is 410 at San Pedro. You can see that we are getting a lot more folks out there. Even there at 281 at Nakoma, traffic is moving, so we'll see how morning rush develops. But right now, you should be in the clear, guys.
Stephen, thank you. New this morning, cleanup underway after an overnight apartment on the northwest side. I believe overnight apartment fire on the northeast side of town. It happened around 3:30 this morning at a complex on Bentley Drive near Walsham Road. And that's where crews say flames broke out in a closet of one of the units. They were able to get the flames knocked out quickly without anyone getting hurt. Right now, crews believe a lit cigarette was what sparked the flames. A familiar face stepping in for District 10 Councilman Clayton Perry on the San Antonio City Council. Council unanimously appointed Mike Gallagher to temporarily fill the role while Perry is on a leave of absence following his confessed involvement in a hit and run. Gallagher was one of 3 people who interviewed for the job. He was also the Northside District Councilman from 2014 to 2017. His appointment lasts until either Perry returns or the term ends coming up in June.
Lawmakers are taking action to prevent a rail strike that threatened to upend the economy. The Senate passed a bipartisan bill forcing rail workers to abide by a deal that will keep the trains rolling. But lawmakers rejected a move to add guaranteed sick leave the unions had been fighting for. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has more.
This morning, an economic crisis averted.
We're going to avoid the rail strike, keep the rails running, keep things moving.
President Biden is poised to sign a bill that will prevent a major rail strike after the Senate passed a resolution requiring rail workers to accept a tentative labor agreement.
The joint resolution is passed.
The new labor deal includes a $16,000 immediate payout with an increase in wages and benefits to $160,000, a 24% pay raise, $5,000 performance bonuses, maintaining access to health care plans, and an additional day of paid personal leave.
What was negotiated was so much better than anything they ever had.
But for leaders of at least 4 major unions, that agreement still falls short.
I don't have paid sick leave.
The deal only includes a single day of paid sick leave for workers. An effort to secure 7 days of leave was voted down in the Senate on Thursday. It is the first time in decades that Congress has used its powers to intervene and stop a strike, but the consequences could have been crippling for businesses as we head into the holidays. It comes as we see positive news signs in the economy. Gas prices are falling across the country, now the lowest since before Russia invaded Ukraine in February. AAA reporting the national average for unleaded gas now at $3.47 per gallon. That's down about 12 cents in the last week. Gas Buddy predicts prices could fall below $3 per gallon by Christmas.
This is putting real money back into people's pockets. A few reasons for this. One is we're not driving as much because the busy summer driving season is behind us. Lots of refineries here that were offline because of maintenance and repairs are back up to speed.
And the November jobs report that is out today will provide a snapshot of the market, which is expected to show slow but strong growth. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Americans are spending more as inflation slows. The Commerce Department says spending in October rose 0.5% compared to September when adjusted for inflation. The inflation rate running at 6% in October. That's a bit lower than September. U.S. Supreme Court has agreed to hear challenges to the Biden administration's plan to cancel student loan debt for millions of Americans. The decision by the High Court is expected sometime next summer, maybe June.
A major password manager has been hacked for the second time in 3 months. LastPass says it detected unusual activity in a third-party cloud storage service. The company claims passwords were not compromised, but it's still trying to determine what kind of customer information was stolen. And Netflix is reportedly expanding its program that allows a few subscribers to preview upcoming programming and offer feedback. Currently, that group includes about 2,000 people. According to the Wall Street Journal, Netflix will soon add tens of thousands of subscribers.
It is game day, San Antonio. It's a matter of hours now. The UTSA Roadrunners are making their final push to try to get more than 50,000 fans in the stands for today's Conference USA Championship against UTSA's rivals, the Mean Green of the University of North Texas. The team's associate athletic director for communications tells us ticket sales are going well. And at least one source confirms to KSAT 12 Sports that it's up to 42,000 now. Star quarterback Frank Harris was asked about what it would mean to him and his teammates if that many fans showed up later today.
It means a lot for us to come out there with a lot of people, a lot of fans. I mean, it rarely happens. You get two back-to-back championships, so we'll just help everybody that comes out there, support, the San Antonio team. We definitely appreciate it, feed off their energy, and just hope to see everybody out there.
So here's what fans need to know. Parking lots open at noon. The fan zone opens at 3:30 this afternoon. There's a spirit walk at 4:15. Doors at the Alamo Dome open at 4:30 and kickoff is at 6:30. There will be free parking at city lots from 4 p.m. until 2 a.m. Good luck, UTSA.
Good luck. How exciting. Time now, 6:09 and 53 degrees for now. Still to come on GMSA, Kanye West is in hot water this morning. His Twitter account has been suspended after Elon Musk says it's violated one of the platform rules against inciting violence. We're going to explain.
And the big rock and roll marathon weekend is almost here. After the break, while you'll need to pace yourself to get through the weekend.
And let's look out there with a live cam. Kind of a dreary morning, a little misty here and there, so you're going to need to be careful on the roadways, but we're at 53 degrees. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. 6:13 this weekend downtown will be packed with people running in the annual Rock and Roll Marathon.
I'm going to be one of them.
Yes.
I'll be running the half marathon on Sunday, and all weekend on GMSA we will be live with continued coverage as everyone gets ready. So tomorrow will be the 5K and 10K races, and on Sunday that's the marathon and half marathon. Keep in mind several streets will be closed. We have all that information on our website at ksat.com, and be sure to tune in to GMSA this weekend for a live look at all the fun. And don't forget the half marathon and marathon, we found out yesterday, a new starting line there at City Hall.
New starting line. For those of us who don't run and barely walk, what's the distance on a half and a full marathon?
So for the half it's 13.1,
okay,
and for the full is 26.2.
Okay, and you're running the 13.1.
The 13.1.
All right, what's your best time?
Forever, I guess. I always aim for under 2 hours.
Okay.
So I'm trying to remember my best time, probably like 2:50, which is good for me, 2:50 something. Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Be pulling for you.
Thank you.
Let's check on traffic. 6:14. Stephen, what's up?
Always rooting for Steph, yes. But right now, things may not be that perfect time to go and step outside and go for a run. But even for a drive, you're going to see a lot of this out there. 37 at 410. Traffic is picking up, but the roads are damp. We are seeing some mist, and we continue to see just traffic building just a little bit more minute by minute. But that's expected. 281 at Tacoma. We are seeing it on both the north and southbound lanes, just getting a lot busier than what we saw about an hour or so ago. Now, the good thing is here, there are no slowdowns that we are picking up just yet, but be on the lookout. We do have some road work taking place here off Loop 410. Mentioned this a little bit earlier in the week, but overlay work will begin. That has been current since Sunday, November 27th. Should wrap in early December. Now, that should be December 11th if I am correct there, but be on the lookout because the work will take place overnight from 8 in the evening to 5 in the morning, alternating lane closures in both directions right there from Bandera to Marbach Road. So let's just jump back over here to TransGuide. It's just been this pretty much all morning. Not a pretty shot from TransGuide, but what we are enjoying are some of the quiet roadways. We'll enjoy that while we can.
All right, Steph's now narrowed down her best time at 1 hour 55 minutes.
Yes,
That's great.
I think I said 2:50. I meant 1:50. It's still early in the morning, 1:50 something.
Because from almost any one of us, it would have been reversed. It would have been 5 hours 51 minutes.
No, not for half.
Yeah, no, I think Mark's right.
13 miles?
Yeah, that's 13 miles, right?
13.1.
In 5 hours?
Yeah, we wouldn't even get halfway through and be like, is there a beverage station?
Yeah, exactly, Mark.
Well, yeah, you can walk average speed of 3 miles per hour just
Yeah.
walking, so.
Or you smell the breakfast tacos and you make a little stop.
There you go.
I like
Sometimes.
to sit.
The nice
I can sit
thing,
for that long.
the nice thing is it won't be like this Sunday morning. It is going to be cool.
That's
It's going to be
good.
about 50, but we're not going to have the mist and drizzle because my wife has run it in the past too, and I've dropped it off and picked her up, and it's like, ugh, just bone chilling out there. So.
About the weather. Gotcha. Good. You're a smart man.
Seriously?
Don't go there, buddy. Don't go there. All right. We love you, Bonnie.
Let's see if the bus is going to roll this morning. Nope.
Bus
Darn
is
it.
late.
No.
Bus is late.
Well. Yeah, it's that
its
mist
time.
and drizzle
Yeah.
out there. So anyway, take a look at this picture right now. And this guy's got the right idea. His built-in sleep mask. I love that.
That's cute.
Yeah. That's absolutely perfect out there. And this is what everybody would like to be doing right now, is just snoozing. But that's a perfect shot there. Thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. This is why you would like to just throw the sleep mask and the blankets back over your head, because it is misty, drizzly, foggy around the area. Visibility has dropped to just 1 mile there at the airport. Same thing, New Braunfels. So the fog is definitely getting thicker. 1/3 of a mile at Randolph as of right now, and 1.5 miles Castroville. And then everybody is seeing fog as well as mist, as well as drizzle. What's being detected on radar, just a few little sprinkles that are continuing to work their way up to the north, and yet there's not really much of anything else on radar, but obviously it is misty out there, so just take it easy. And this is going to be the situation throughout the rest of the morning, and for the next couple of hours, temperatures may move a degree. That'll be about it. And then we will make it into the upper 50s and low to mid 60s by late morning and noon. And the mist and drizzle will come to an end. Some sunshine this afternoon. I wouldn't count on a heck of a lot. More out to the west, more clouds off to the east. We'll make it up to 70 later on today, so we will be 3 degrees above normal. All right, so here's the computer model. And again, by noon, it's not even showing anything as far as any precipitation out there. And later on, now, you saw how the clouds were trying to erode out to the west. This one's not as bullish on the little bit of clearing out to the west as some other models are, but there will be some of it out there. What this one does depict very well, though, is the front, which is going to move through tomorrow in the morning hours. So as it does, it will touch off a couple of, just a broken line of a couple of showers out there. Not really a big deal. That will continue to work its way down to the south. We all are also going to hit our high temperature in the morning, mid 60s. Temperatures will pretty much stay steady overnight, and then we'll drop down throughout the afternoon just to the upper and mid 50s. Bit of a breeze tomorrow afternoon as well. Now, as far as the humidity, yes, it is out there this morning, and that's one of the reasons for all the fog. Humidity is going to continue to go up throughout the afternoon. In the evening hours, then the front moves through here, and that drops the humidity down, so it is going to be more comfortable, and we're not going to have that just bone-chilling cold out there, but it is still going to be on the chilly side. Sunday morning temperatures will be at or just a degree or two above normal. High temperatures, now tomorrow, that's our afternoon temperature. The high is going to be in the morning, and then 68 Sunday, and then look at that. We're going to be up pushing close to 80 throughout much of next week, and the low temperatures, there's that 50 on Sunday morning. That's where we start off tomorrow. But then after that, I mean, look at these numbers. We're going to be 15, 20 degrees above normal for low temperatures going into most all of next week. So the forecast today, mist, drizzle, fog, that bone-chilling cold around here this morning, 65 at noon, and then high temperature today is going to make it up to 70. Some sunshine out there, especially off to the west. Tomorrow we start off mid 60s. And mist and drizzle, then front moves through, a shower or two, and I would say clears out. That'll take the rain and get it on out of here, but we'll still have plenty of clouds left behind, and upper 50s late in the day, right around dinner time, and then Sunday start off at 50, get up to 68, and look at that after that. I mean, low to mid 60s for low temperatures, good indication of a lot of humidity around here, and highs pushing 80.
So for AC, that furnace back to AC, that's just the way it goes.
And then after that, we'll be ready for another cold front.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Can't come soon enough.
Yes. 620, 53 degrees on your Friday.
And gift cards are always highly requested during the holidays. But what happens when they all go in the trash? Just ahead, the impact they could have on the environment.
My husband and I have never been more active.
Shingles doesn't care.
I go to spin classes with my coworkers.
Good for you. Shingles doesn't care. Because no matter how healthy you feel, your risk of shingles sharply increases after age 50. But Shingrix protects. Proven over 90% effective. Shingrix is a vaccine used to prevent shingles in adults 50 years and older. Shingrix does not protect everyone and is not for those with severe allergic reactions to its ingredients or to a previous dose. An increased risk of Guillain-Barré syndrome was observed after getting Shingrix. Fainting can also happen. The most common side effects are pain, redness and swelling at the injection site, muscle pain, tiredness, headache, shivering, fever, and upset stomach. Shingles doesn't care, but Shingrix protects. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Shingrix today.
Welcome back at 6:24. For the 16th year in a row, experts say gift cards will be the most requested present this holiday season.
But those plastic cards can have unintended consequences and end up as trash.
Here's ABC's Ginger Z with this Climate Minute.
Gift cards everywhere. More than 3.4 billion were sold in the United States, generating $173 billion in sales in 2021 alone. While many cards are often left in wallets or drawers, some do end up in the trash, and they get illegally dumped in countries like Turkey, Malaysia, and Indonesia.
These polyvinyl chloride cards are on the naughty list this year.
Judith Enck, a former EPA regional administrator, is the founder of Beyond Plastics. They aim to reduce single-use plastic. She says polyvinyl chloride, known as PVC, isn't just bad for the environment, it's also bad for your health.
Its main ingredient, a chemical called vinyl chloride, and that is a human carcinogen.
While it is safe to handle PVC cards, it is not safe to make or dispose of them because PVC is toxic. But the good news, there's sustainable gift card options like paper cards or e-cards, which have zero waste. If you want to do more than that, ask your favorite store to stop selling PVC cards and switch to paper.
This holiday season, if consumers really care about environment and health, we want them to think twice before reaching for a PVC plastic card.
With this Climate Minute, I'm Ginger Z.
And new this morning on KSAT.com, A Tale of Two Seasons. Do you know the difference between meteorological and astronomical seasons? Well, meteorologist Mia Montgomery breaks it all down for us and explains why meteorologist-based seasons are the calendar and temperature cycle.
I want to see the meteorological versus astrological.
It was like the stars, or like for the stars.
The whole Sagittarius, Leo.
Cancer, Aries,
all that stuff.
Yeah, well, she could tell us about that too, I'm sure.
I'm kidding, of course. I would never make Mia do that. 626, 53 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA, the holidays are here, and the Children's Ballet of San Antonio is getting ready for its big production of The Nutcracker. We're going to have a preview coming up.
I'm looking right at Stephen Cavazos right now, trying to get an indication of how the morning commute is going so far. So is the indication. Mediocre, if that's a hand gesture. We'll be right back. If you're just now waking up, let's look outside with live cam as we wait for the sun to come up on your Friday. Cars are zipping along. That is actually out by the airport, but because of low clouds, fog, and some mist, we've got a messy start to the end of the work week. Welcome back. It is Friday, December 2nd.
Thanks for joining us. You're right about that. In the shot, it looks like they're in a hurry to get to work. It's like, oops, woke up a little late.
Let's get the workday over with, and then everybody can run down to the Dome and watch the UTSA Roadrunners in their championship game tonight.
It's going to be packed. They're hoping for 50,000, so if you can, make it out to the Alamo Dome.
Well,
today.
on their way. We've heard they've sold 42,000 tickets.
Nice. And if you don't want to go there, head to the Tobin. The Nutcracker Ballet San Antonio. I know the Children's Ballet too, but Ballet San Antonio kicks off tonight with the Nutcracker this weekend as well as next weekend.
And you're in
tonight, Mother Ginger again.
The Master of Ceremonies or the Grand Marshal of the Bernie Christmas Parade
tomorrow night. Wait, got a close up now. The Bernie Christmas Parade tomorrow evening. So, it's just all
Christmas.
Your whole weekend is planned, Mike.
All Christmassy this weekend. I love it. So, all right, it is yuck out there right now. Thank goodness the weather's not going to be like that for the parade tomorrow night. We are at 53 right now, dew points at 53. So when those two numbers match, you get 100% humidity, no wind to speak of, and that's why we got some fog to deal with. 1 mile visibility at the airport. Randolph is at a half mile, 1 mile New Braunfels. It is getting thicker out there, going up 10 in toward Bernie. 3/4 of a mile, and Castroville at just 1.5 miles. These numbers, again, have been, the visibility has been getting less and less as the morning has rolled on, and everybody has fog. Rock Springs, 1/4 mile as of right now. Same thing, Beeville, and a lot, like I said, any direction you're going to run into fog, as well as a lot of mist. Now, the detectable showers, just a couple of them over on Seguin earlier, moved on up to the north. Maybe a little speck here and there, but again, all this mist is just too light to be picked up on radar. Temperatures are very consistent right now, low 50s. Won't be moving much, if at all, throughout the next couple of hours. Mold is on the low side. The updated count will come out in roughly an hour. Fog, mist, bone chilling. It's that damp chill that just goes right down the back of your neck. Then later on this afternoon, little bit of sunshine, especially off to the west, and we are going to be warmer up to 70 today. Mild overnight and to start off tomorrow. Then we have a front moving through, and that's going to squeeze out a couple of showers in the mid to late morning hours. And then after that, it's not like we're going to be clearing on out. We'll still have a lot of clouds around here, and temperatures will be dropping down. So we start off mid 60s tomorrow and then drop to the upper 50s by late in the day with a decent breeze out there. And a chilly start for the Rock and Roll Marathon at 50 on Sunday morning. Then we start to warm up. Then we get very warm going into next week. All those numbers in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority. Stephen, what's going on, sir?
Mediocre morning. As we said, going to commercial break. The roads have not really been too bad, but we are seeing that they are wet out there, of course. So just take your time. Traffic's picking up there at 90 at 410. But as we are seeing the roads moving, check out 90 at Medill Creek. We have more traffic that's building in both lanes, east and west. So just be on the lookout for that. Now, although it has been a quite mediocre morning, there are some issues that are popping up on our cameras, our map, I should say. We do have an incident here off Loop 410 southbound at Wiseman Boulevard. Some flashing lights. I need to call our friends at TransGuide. Picked that up a few minutes ago, but not the only issue along Wiseman. A little bit, actually, pardon me, on the west side. We do have a crash also reported at State Highway 151 westbound at West Military Drive. So be on the lookout there, but it doesn't seem that it's causing a whole lot of issues out there. The wide look at the map really just shows that we are seeing the slowdowns as expected in certain areas. I can see it over there on the northwest side starting to build a little bit up toward Helotes. So just watch out as expected. US 90 if you're traveling in. We just saw that TransGuide camera. It is getting busier minute by minute, but thankfully no other issues to report at this time. 410 at Somerset, we are seeing just traffic starting to get a little bit busier, but we'll watch things closely and give you those updates right here. Guys.
Thank you, Stephen. San Antonio police are hoping to answer a year-old question with some help from the public. They are making a plea through Crime Stoppers for information about the person who shot 4 members of a family. 3 of them died from their injuries. Katrina Weber is live downtown with that story. And Katrina, the shootings happened a year ago, but we understand one victim died much later.
Well, that's right. 2 of those victims died right away, but the third person's death came 7 months after she was shot and left paralyzed. The police originally put out a Crime Stoppers call for information about this case back in January. At the time, they had just the 2 victims who were killed, 28-year-old Charles Wolford and 25-year-old Eugene Hodge. 32-year-old Shanby Wolford and another woman, the mother of all of them, had been wounded. But since that time, we are told that Shanby Wolford also has died. As we reported in November of last year, all 4 of them were attending a family Thanksgiving gathering inside a home in the 4,000 block of Sunrise Creek Drive. Police say someone in a white 4-door car drove up and sprayed the house with gunfire. Along with those 4 victims, there were several children in the home at the time. The shooter was able to get away, and so far police have not been able to track down that person. Right now, all they have is that vague description of the car, the white 4-door car. Just a few days now, past that 1-year anniversary, they are renewing their call for help and urging anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers. That number to call is 210-224-STOP or 224-7867. Reporting live downtown, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. A shooting last night led San Antonio police to not 1, but 2 locations and 4 victims. Investigators believe 2 groups met before an argument escalated into a shooting. Police first responded just west of downtown on Frio City Road. Officers found 1 man shot several times, and about 30 minutes later, police responded to another location, this time on the southwest side of town, near New Laredo Highway. Now, police say they found 3 more people who were shot.
This morning, these 2 men are facing charges linked to several cases where a gun was bought fraudulently. They're 32-year-old David Melendez and 28-year-old Ramon Garcia. They were arrested last night.
Over the last week, SAPD's Financial Crimes Unit has been investigating reports of credit card abuse and fake IDs to buy guns. In one of the cases, a woman called police after someone stole her credit card and used it to buy 4 guns. Investigators were able to work with a gun shop here to catch the 2 men.
This morning, former San Antonio police officer James Brennan is facing a new charge after being indicted by a grand jury. Brennan is accused of shooting 17-year-old Eric Cantu while he was eating at a McDonald's parking lot here in San Antonio back on October 2nd. Brennan is now facing an attempted murder charge along with 2 counts of aggravated assault by a public servant. The first aggravated assault charge and the attempted murder are for Cantu, who was shot multiple times. He spent weeks on life support and was just released from a hospital last week. The second aggravated assault charge is for Cantu's passenger, a teenage girl who was not hurt in the shooting.
Justice means obtaining a conviction. Justice means making sure that man never works as a member of law enforcement, making sure that that man never has a gun and a badge.
As for what comes next in the case, the DA is still waiting on a court date. We are going to continue to follow this story. Look for updates on air and online.
You have 2 more days. Enjoy it, 2 more days and then you're off for the summer.
That was the mother of one of the survivors of the Robb Elementary shooting. It has been just a little over 6 months since 21 people lost their lives. The families of the victims, survivors, and people in Uvalde are still searching for answers.
It is a topic we'll be exploring in our 21 Taken primetime special airing tonight, looking at how the community of Uvalde has changed over the past 6 months and what steps are being taken to ensure a tragedy like this one that happened May 24th never happens again.
21 Taken will air tonight at 7 p.m. here on KSAT 12. You can also watch it live on our YouTube page and KSAT Plus, so make sure to tune in.
Some other top stories we're following for you this morning right here on GMSA. President Biden and the First Lady Jill Biden hosted their first state dinner last night at the White House.
Honored guests included the President of France, Emmanuel Macron. Macron raised concerns over Biden's Inflation Reduction Act coming at the expense of European companies. The situation in Ukraine was also discussed as the war enters its 10th month. Both nations are pledging to hold Russian President Vladimir Putin accountable. And Elon Musk has suspended Kanye West's Twitter account for violating the platform's rules on inciting violence.
Right now, it's unclear which of his controversial tweets caused the suspension. The ban coming after a recent series of anti-Semitic comments. Musk tweeted early this morning saying, quote, "I tried my best," end quote. This isn't the first time West has been suspended from Twitter. His account was locked over another offensive tweet back before Musk completed his deal to buy the social media giant.
Time now, 6:39 and 53 degrees for now.
It's not the holiday season without a performance of the Nutcracker. I'm Sarah Acosta. Coming up tomorrow on GMSA, how you and the family can enjoy the children's Nutcracker.
Welcome back at 6:42. The holiday season is not complete without seeing a performance of the Nutcracker.
The Children's Ballet of San Antonio production of the piece will be a unique show filled with talented young artists.
Our Sarah Costa got a preview of the show and spoke with dancers about what makes this performance so special.
It's very thrilling.
13-year-old Jada Solomon is playing Claire for her second year in a row. She says she feels incredibly honored to dance the role of Claire more than once in her lifetime, and says performing as a lead this time around is a lot less pressure.
I'm very lucky getting to do it twice. So now it's my second year. I can improve more and get to enjoy it more.
Jada is just one of the many children performing in the Children's Ballet of San Antonio's Nutcracker performance this holiday season.
Thank you, Serena.
Vanessa Bessler, the artistic director of the Children's Ballet of San Antonio, says what makes this show so special is that they take a more Broadway approach to the show with a very diverse and inclusive cast. It's an all-children's cast, includes vocalists, actors, special needs artists, and dancers from a diverse range of disciplines.
This is the only all-children production of Nutcracker in the city, and we're so proud that our dancers are very young. It's a very fresh production with the most talented young dancers in the city.
13-year-old Joaquin Marsh is playing the Nutcracker this year. He has only been dancing ballet for 2 years, training as a gymnast most of his life. He says being on stage as the Nutcracker is something he'll never forget.
There's something always new, something more to bring that our teacher really is amazing at doing. And it's just so magical to be a part of it and seeing everything come together and all the inclusivity.
Before the performance, guests can enjoy a Christmas market beforehand with pictures with Santa and Nutcracker characters and holiday treats and gifts.
And you can enjoy the Children's Ballet of San Antonio, the Children's Nutcracker, December 9th and 10th at Lila Cockrell Theater. I'm Sarah Acosta, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Sarah. The holiday is all about giving, and you've got a chance to do just that during the Salvation Army's annual Parade of Kettles. From now until midnight on December 24th, KSAT will be raising money to help families in Bexar County all year long. Scan the QR code. It'll take you to our donation page. And thank you in advance for your donations this Christmas season.
It is the time, and time now, 6:45. Time to check back with our Stephen Cavazos.
It's been the same situation all morning long. The roads are gross out there, and we are seeing just different shots in TransGuide now. 1604 at Shanefield. The roads have been wet, and you are seeing some just traffic that's building. But we do have some issues that I want to mention here. A crash has been reported by the San Antonio Fire Department along State Highway 151, not far from Rogers Road. Now, earlier there was another crash picked up near Wiseman Boulevard. Looks like that may have cleared out, but this incident here, this buildup along the eastbound lanes is what's a little concerning. Unfortunately, there are no TransGuide cameras out there, so we can't show you the conditions, but we will keep a close eye on it throughout the morning. The wide look at the map does show that, yeah, that's what you can expect right now. Just a few slowdowns there along US 90, same spots. Eastbound traveling in, just take your time this morning, as well as the northwest side near Helotes. But other than that, it has just been a pretty quiet morning out on the roadways, but nonetheless a pretty icky one at that.
That's true. Well, there are homey pictures, and then there are no-me pictures, and Mike Osterage has both.
Yeah.
This is talk about cozy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I love that vibe.
But pay attention to the mantle. I spy 5 different gnomes.
Oh, I thought they were just... Okay, I thought they were just
kind of hiding out there.
nutcrackers up there.
There you go.
There
so it's
they
a very
are.
gnomey hill country Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love the
Love the
decorations.
lights.
Stockings are hung by the chimney with care.
It's like a Christmas card.
Fire in the... I know it does. Nice little cup of hot chocolate or coffee right there, and not having to get out into this, because it's bone chilling out there this morning with all that that dampness, and we've got a lot of fog. As a matter of fact, visibility continues to drop down out there at the airport. 3/4 of a mile, same thing, Bernie Stage. 2/3 at Randolph, just a mile at New Braunfels, and everywhere, once again, is fog and then mist. Roads are definitely on the wet side, and it's going to stay this way throughout the rest of the morning. We will finally get up into the mid-60s today at noon, and then we'll top off at 70 later on today. A little bit of sunshine. And it really depends on, we look at all sorts of different computer models, and this one is not as bullish with sunshine today. There'll be some out to the west, but what it does, it's very more bullish, I guess you could say, with some of the scattered showers as the front moves through here mid-morning and pushes those down to the south. And then we'll just have cloudy skies left over, and cooler temperatures will start off in the mid-60s tomorrow and then just drop down into the mid to upper 50s by the afternoon. Different computer model, and here's how they look at the situation differently. This one has a lot more clearing off to the west in the afternoon hours, which we will see, like I said, some sunshine out there. But then going into tomorrow, as you can see, the front trying to move through, but it's not really all that enthusiastic about seeing any rain. So rain chances are definitely going to be very kind of few and far between. A couple of those little sprinkly showers out there. One thing for sure, now we will see lower humidity in the afternoon tomorrow after starting off on the kind of humid side. Then it's not going to last very long, because the humidity is going to work its way back in here throughout the day Sunday, and keeping those dew points up in the mid-60s. That means it is going to be very warm in the mornings. We stay in the mid-60s for low temperatures, which is closer to the normal high, and then it's going to be definitely warm and humid in the afternoons. Today, 65 at noon, cloudy skies, and we'll have the mist, drizzle, fog this morning. 70 for a high temperature then later on this afternoon. Some sunshine, more out to the west. Tomorrow, we start off very warm. So this morning, we stayed pretty steady from yesterday afternoon. That's almost going to be the situation tomorrow morning, staying in the mid-60s. And then front moves through, a couple of showers, 59 later on in the day, and upper to mid-50s breeze out there as well. And then starting off 50 on Sunday for the Rock and Roll Marathon. We'll get up to 68 in the afternoon. Again, a little bit of sunshine. More clouds than sunshine even going into next week. And look at the temperatures. Low temperatures are going to be staying in the low to mid-60s. High temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Yeah, very warm, very humid. I guess kind of balancing things out from what we had earlier this week. But yeah, not very December-ish for the first full week of the month.
No, I'm just glad that those temperatures later in the week are not happening on Sunday for the long marathon runners.
No, because you don't like you'd rather have it cooler than
Yes.
warm and humid, right?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. Thanks, Mike. So check out this new video. The Texas State Aquarium released 9 loggerhead sea turtles into the Gulf of Mexico, and the aquarium has been caring for more than 40 loggerhead sea turtles that washed ashore along the Texas coast this year. 9 turtles were nursed back to health after months of rehab, and they were released at the North Padre seawall.
Fantastic. 6:50 right now, 53 degrees.
And get your running shoes ready. The Rock and Roll Marathon is almost here. Tomorrow on GMSA, we are live at the 5K and 10K races. And right now on KSAT.com, we have everything you need to know if you're heading downtown.
Our San Antonio Spurs back in action tonight, and they are in desperate need of a win. They're currently on a 9-game skid, the longest in the NBA. They'll try to get a win at home against the Pelicans. Tip-off set for 7 o'clock tonight at the AT&T Center.
Let's look out there with live cam. Kind of dreary this morning, but things are moving on the roadways. Be careful out there.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, all eyes on the job report. The latest hope that we may have turned the corner in the fight against inflation. Are the worst of rising prices behind us with the holidays just around the corner? And gas prices plummeting. What's behind the drop and how low can they go? We're going to break all that down. And an ABC News exclusive with the man who went overboard on a cruise ship, who says he treaded water for about 20 hours until he was rescued. He tells his harrowing story for the first time. I tried it for 20 minutes this summer. It wasn't good. We're in the holiday spirit too this morning with the latest Christmas tree trends, great matching PJs for the family, and some of the hottest new toys. You don't want to miss it on GMA.
Coming up today on GMS 8 9, Stephanie Jimenez and Lee Waldman from our Night Beat team will be joining us to give us a preview of our special airing tonight honoring the 21 victims of the Robb Elementary School shooting over in Uvalde.
Plus, we'll be speaking with a geography professor from Sam Houston State University about the eruption of the Mauna Loa in Hawaii. She was born and raised there, and she'll be able to give us some insight on this event.
Mike will have more on your forecast coming up as well, to make sure you tune in this morning for GMSA at 9.
For now, let's go ahead and check back with Stephen Cavazos.
Hello again. All right, well, traffic's moving now at 6:55. We can expect it. We're in morning rush, but no need to rush out the door. We haven't had a whole lot of problems out there, but definitely seen some slowdowns. Do want to mention this one really quick. State Highway 151, those eastbound lanes. We are seeing a pretty big buildup there. Crash been reported by the San Antonio Fire Department, but unclear which direction we're seeing that. But the slowdown obviously taking place in those eastbound lanes. And as I mentioned, slowdowns are what you can expect for this drive at this point. We are in morning rush. Don't rush out the door. The roads have been gross all morning long, Mike.
And visibility has been dropping throughout the course of the morning, down to 3/4 of a mile now out at the airport. Same thing going up I-10, just 2/3 of a mile up 35 over by Randolph. And we have temperatures that are just, it's not that cold just looking at those numbers, but it's that sneak down the back of your neck, bone chilling cold. Some sunshine, 70 for a high temperature. Front comes through tomorrow. We start off mild and we'll end up in the mid-upper 50s later on in the afternoon. Shower mid-morning as that moves through 50 for the Rock and Roll Marathon.
All right, so good luck to UTSA tonight,
Yep.
Team USA tomorrow, and Stephanie Serna racing on Sunday.
Oh, thank you so much.
Good luck.
Thank you. See you guys at 9.